Remington 700 bolt guns. Millions of them out there, and chances are you probably own one. And the nice part is, there are lots of accessories and aftermarket upgrades for these types of rifles. Even brand new actions are based on the Remington 700 because it's so good. But Georgia sent us this gun. Let's find out why. Hey Georgia. Well, I have good news. We have selected this rifle for an episode of Build Box.
That is so great. Thank you so much.
You gotta tell me about your husband, Joel.
He, works offshore, but he works overseas. So when he's gone for 2 to 3 months at a time. And he's just now getting to that point. He's gone 5 weeks now. And so I can tell he's just a little sad. So I'm just trying to give him a little surprise to make him feel a little better.
That's great. Yeah, when he's gone, he's gone. Now when he's back home, does that mean he's available? And what does he like to do when he's back home?
My honey-do list, of course. What else would he want to do? He loves to shoot. He loves to go to the range. He's just now getting into long-range shooting.
So Georgia, tell me about this rifle Joel has.
I don't know a lot about it. I do know it's a bolt-action rifle. He got it from a friend a few years ago. And I just know he's really getting into rifles and long-range shooting. So I think this is the perfect gun for it.
So Georgia, we are gonna take Joel's gun, we're gonna fix it up, and we're gonna get ready for those competitions.
I am so excited. He is going to be so excited and so surprised. Guys, I can't thank y'all enough for picking this one.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I would never take part in something
I will
like
not.
that.
We're not
We don't
those
do,
guys.
We just don't do that
Look,
kind of
if
stuff.
you wanna do a TikTok dance, do a TikTok dance.
Yeah,
I
just
will,
don't
but
ask
I'm
me
not
to do
that
it.
guy. Not the guy.
Dude, what's up with the shirt this season?
Yep, this is my
Yeah?
new style. I got kitty cat.
Because you
Build box.
are
I can't
a
do
cat
it.
guy.
Yes.
I'm not a cat guy. I just
I
happen
just
to have a couple.
cats, and I love them.
What are we here for?
All
I have a
right,
cat
so
shirt.
new season of Build Box. We have viewers submitting guns,
Yes.
and we're gonna fix them up.
That's dangerous.
Bold move. Okay,
Jeez.
are you ready?
Yes.
Get
There
it
we
off.
go.
All right. That's a Remington 700.
All right.
Standard issue.
The person who
This is
submitted this, Georgia.
So she's a shooter.
I would
she
not.
is a shooter. She did not submit this for herself. This is her husband's gun, Joel.
What are his thoughts on why didn't he submit it?
Joel doesn't know. So she sent us the gun without him knowing.
Even worse.
So
Why?
no pressure
I
here.
couldn't imagine my wife
Took
submitting
your
a
gun.
gun, took my gun, let alone knowing which gun to take.
Well,
Well, it looks
but
like she made a good choice.
Look, I
She
talked
did.
to her. Joel works overseas. He's gone for months
He's
at a
gonna kill us.
time. He's a good dad, a good father. She just wants to do something nice for him. He has this gun. He's kind of been more of a pistol shooter, but he's getting into long-range shooting.
Okay.
So the cool thing is, Remington 700, you can kind of make it whatever you want it to be, right?
Yeah, it's nice because like on a gun like this, and a lot of people have. I mean, how many millions of
Yeah.
Remington 700s out there that one little update or a couple little updates and it's a whole new gun.
And there's so many options for aftermarket parts, which I have selected some.
Yeah, let's see
okay?
what you got.
I bet
All
the
right.
box is not small.
So,
Nope, I
I've
was
got
right.
a bunch of stuff here. For Joel's gun, we want people to see, here are some upgrades you can do to it.
Yeah.
But also, I have the Aero Precision Soulless Action. We're gonna build 2 guns on this episode,
I was gonna say, there's a lot of stuff.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff in here. So what are we doing with the second gun?
Well, the second gun, we're building a new gun from scratch, the barreled action. Just show people you don't have to send it off to a gunsmith. This is something you can do DIY at home. And the best part is, we're gonna give this gun away to our viewers. They can go onto the Build Box website and sign up for the giveaway.
So we're giving it basically a great PRS gun away.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
I mean, might as well.
You guys have fun. If you have any problems, don't call me.
That shouldn't be a
Awesome.
problem. I'll take
Chassis?
that. Definitely take that. Absolutely. I'll take it.
Well, looks like we've got
Timney trigger, which that's one of the beautiful things about this gun is because it does have the factory trigger in it.
it's the
and changing
easiest
it.
upgrade to do.
Yep.
And this is a bipod.
Bipod. I do like it. I do like it. Is there an Arca rail in there? There better be because if I know.
There's all kinds of stuff in here.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
Let's get to work.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Build Box, brought to you by Wheeler, Range Ready, and Medieval Industries.
All right, Chris. I've got a great idea for Joel's gun.
Okay.
You don't seem very excited. As excited as I am. Because I look for guns that are dual purpose. That's what I really like to do.
Because you like to hunt.
I know, but I really feel like Joel is probably going to get into hunting, and so I kind of want to do that for him. I want to hybridize this Remington 700. So definitely going to start with a muzzle brake. And I know not very conducive for hunting, but in PRS world, this is key. This is a key component.
I like it.
And then I'm going to go more along the lines of the hunting optic that will work for the PRS game with the Voodoo X. It's a 2-12.
2 to 12 is perfect.
Okay, all right.
Especially for hunting, and you very rarely go over 12.
And Ryan set us up for success because it looks really good with the worn rings with the NPR stock.
Matching. He's got good taste, no doubt. Now get out of here.
All right, I will, because it looks like Kirk's coming in right now. What's up, Kirk? How you doing, buddy?
Good, how you doing?
Kirk, I'm glad you're here.
Thanks
Good
for
to
having
see
me.
you again. Thanks for sending this great stuff.
Of course.
I've worked with, hey, settle down
I'm
back
sorry.
there.
I'm getting excited.
I've been working with these things a little bit in the past, but now that you're here, I want to get some more technical information, okay? We've got the trigger hanger, because that makes us be able to put a 700 trigger on it, right?
Yep. So the reason we opt for a trigger hanger on these is because it's a 3-lug design, so that trigger hanger drops it down to get the right steering engagement, give the clearance for the lug.
Yeah, that's a lot of scientific stuff I didn't need to hear.
Bolt move less.
Okay, bolt move less.
Bolt move less.
Bolt move less. So we got to put the pins in, and we got to put the hanger in.
And something to touch on with this too is these actions do take 700 clone triggers, and the clone is kind of an important distinction to make there.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so your factory 700s, the bolt release is integrated into the trigger pack. Most custom actions, they have a solution that's built into the action. So same thing as a 700, it just doesn't have the inclusion for the bolt release in the trigger pack.
So I can't use my regular 700 trigger with this.
No, you cannot. And then one quick thing before we tighten that down is this is a mistake people make, and they usually only make it once. We're gonna wanna open the bolt before we install the trigger.
Because I can feel the pressure against there. So we'll just take the bolt all the way out.
Yep.
Probably has a little release on the side there. All right, so what happens if I put that in that way?
You can irreparably damage your trigger. That's why I say it's a mistake people usually only make once. Because if it happens, then you're out however much money you spend on that trigger.
So screw up once, cry once?
Yep.
All right, 18.
18, there we are.
All right, so the stock, the screws, what's the torque specs on that?
60 inch-pounds plus or minus 5.
All right, 60.
So torquing on these is very important, but what's equally as important is how we actually do the torquing,
Okay.
as far as how everything sets up.
So I see that the barrel lug slot is really big.
Yep.
And the barrel lug itself is about half that size.
Yep, so we do that to maintain compatibility with other actions if they want to use our chassis.
All right,
The
cool.
way we mitigate any issues from that, and this is just a general good practice, is we're gonna tighten it down with that recoil lug resting against the rearward position of the stock. The reason we do that is under recoil, that your action's gonna wanna shift backwards. If it's already resting up against that mating surface in the chassis, it has nowhere to go.
All right, so let's see if we can at least get it started. There we go, somewhere in there. All right, that's started. Leave it a little loose.
Yep, leave it a little loose.
All right, set the torque wrench for 60.
Definitely on the high end of most torque drivers.
All right, so then we'll stand it up
Stand
to get
it up.
that lug back. You recommend doing them like a little bit at a time each or all at once?
I do them a little bit at a time each.
Okay.
Proper maintenance of your bolt action rifle is imperative to good function. There's a couple areas you want to pay attention to, and certain areas you want to take care not to overdo it on. The mechanisms that make up the action, you're going to want to make sure those are clean and free of debris. And then your barrel is where a lot of people get really wrapped up in the details. You don't need to get your barrel perfectly clean. A fouled barrel is going to shoot generally a little bit better than one that is spotless. And in cleaning your barrel, if you do it all the time and you're super dogmatic about it, you can cause damage to your barrel over time if you're using incorrect methods. So generally speaking, if the gun's still shooting well, I wouldn't overthink it too much. Just run some patches through it to clear anything that might have collected in storage or punching lube out, and then hit the range.
All right, we're just gonna lock this thing down in the vise. KJ, how's it going back there? I thought you were gonna be done before me.
I'm trying as fast as I can, but right now I've just finished up putting the trigger, putting the bolt back in. It works nice. Nice little trigger pull there. But next, I've just got to tighten all this down, like put it back in, and we're good to go.
Yeah, you still
Easy.
gotta take that carbon handguard off of there to get the action in.
One step at a time, man.
I
One
know.
step at a time. That's how
all
we
you
do
can
it.
do. All right, Kirk, we got her locked down. We're good to go. A couple things about the chassis. Really, I love the construction. I like that it has this ARCA on it, and I can put this bipod on anywhere I want. For me, I like to run it all the way out the end, but you can switch it so fast.
Yep, especially when you're running a tripod too in particular, if you need to make quick adjustments, very easy to do. ARCA's a very seamless
Yeah, for
attachment
balance,
system. Yeah,
things
so
like that.
For comp guns like this, it's definitely the way to go.
So the action definitely goes in here easy. The action's a piece of cake. I love that it's barreled. No gunsmithing required.
No gunsmithing required. And if you want a little more granularity out of it, if there's like a specific barrel you want to run too, we sell the action standalone. So if you have a barrel vise and an action wrench, you can torque any Zermatt Origin shoulder prefit barrel into it, and that has a ton of aftermarket support.
Did anybody ever tell you you talk like an engineer sometimes?
I do.
Yeah, you are an engineer though, correct?
I'm not. I work with them, but
Oh, okay.
I try to translate.
You
Sometimes
sound
I do.
like an engineer.
Sometimes I do a very poor job, but
All right, take that thread protector off, and I will get this muzzle brake out. We're gonna put a muzzle brake on it. I would run a suppressor myself, but I'm definitely not gonna run it with nothing on the end.
yeah, there's definitely room for improvement on the muzzle end. So
Muzzle
Chris,
brakes?
you do know that you are deaf, so running a muzzle brake would be okay for you.
Yeah, I know. It's still too loud not to wear ears. Kirk, muzzle brakes work really well, don't they?
yeah, they can be loud, but sometimes guns are loud. And they do take a ton of recoil out of it. For something built like this, it's for like a competition application, right? You're gonna want to get as much recoil out of the system as possible.
100%. It keeps you on target. So we're gonna torque this thing down. We got about 90 degrees to go.
So for Joel's gun, we are putting a brand new VG6 muzzle brake on there because that's going to help control recoil. Now, when we talk about control recoil on this gun, what we're really talking about is muzzle flip. It's going to help Joel stay in the gun, looking through the scope, be able to see his hits or see his misses and make adjustments. The other part of this is a good muzzle brake, if it's working right, it's pretty loud. A lot of gas is being expelled here, so you definitely have to wear hearing protection. Another little trick, when you're installing a muzzle brake on a gun like this, you can't just screw it on and call it good. You do have to time the muzzle brake so that the ports are in the right place, otherwise you're not gonna get that correct recoil reduction. So you gotta make sure it's on straight, and that's what the guys are doing on Joel's gun with this muzzle brake.
Build Box, brought to you by Luth AR, Range Ready, and Excess Sights.
Oh yeah. I think it's great. What do you think, Kirk? How did we do?
I think someone will be very happy with this rifle.
It's really cool, and it's so stupid easy. Unfortunately, it's not going to be mine. Yes, we are going to give it away, so that'll have to go into the giveaway rack.
It will, and with that, I think my work here is done. I will go drop that off in the giveaway rack.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
That was awesome.
Bye, guys.
Very cool gun.
Dude, that turned out nice.
Yeah, I know, but it's like not a challenge for me. Looks like you had way more challenge.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do a reveal for Ryan. Hey, what's
All
up?
right. I just saw the gun Kirk had. Awesome.
Nice. It's
How
awesome.
cool is that?
Yeah.
I'd love
I mean,
to
it's a
have it.
brand new gun, and you built a bolt gun. Was it hard? Easy?
It's so easy. KJ could do it.
Hey,
Actually, you know
I
what?
have done it.
It's
Well,
so
I
easy.
have one.
He could do it.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
saying something.
Yeah.
That is saying
No
something.
one ever sees me build anything on this
All
show.
right, let's just uncover this
All right,
thing.
I
Come
remember
on.
what Joel's gun looked like before. Wow. Totally different. Totally different.
It is completely different. The only thing we really kept on it was the barrel and the action. We kept the Badger Ordnance rail on it.
Okay.
Because it's
premium.
It's premium.
Yeah, it's
like
nice.
you don't change that. There's some things on this you don't change.
So new bipod,
Mm-hmm.
new muzzle brake, obviously
Optic.
the optic
And
and
great
chassis.
job matching the rings to the chassis.
trigger as well.
Yeah, new trigger.
Okay.
Timney trigger.
Big piece of Arca rail.
Now I heard something going on in here. It sounded like a Dremel. It sounded
So-
like KJ becoming a gunsmith.
Let me tell
Totally.
you. Hold on a second. Let me tell you something. This is the amount that I had to take out to fit that rail on it. I had
Wow.
to take that out of the handguard, which was no small feat because this is like the best carbon fiber that you can get.
So it
That's
wasn't easy to cut.
No, it wasn't easy to cut. No,
yeah.
and to square it up and make it look nice and make it look like it actually came this way, it was
Yeah.
not.
But look,
easy.
it looks pretty good. And I mean, that happens, right? When you're putting together different parts and pieces, sometimes
Yeah.
there's some fitment.
Yes.
Yeah, this thing is strong. It's built well. I can't wait
Look
to
at
shoot
it.
it.
Look at it.
Well-
Just look at it.
Oh,
Just
and I
look
like
at it.
I like that it has the folding stock too.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's
Well,
magnetized.
That kind of goes
and-
to the dual purpose thing, right?
Right.
The
Maybe
whole thing
hunting,
is-
maybe some long range
And that's
shooting.
kind of what we thought with this whole thing. We wanted to hybridize it a little bit, more on the PRS side, because feel the weight of it. And tell me that's not a weighty enough gun for a PRS match.
It feels just right. I mean, it's a little front heavy, which is good, so it has some weight to it.
Yeah.
But it's light, and when you fold it up, it's all even. Detachable magazine.
Right?
I like it.
And it works.
I know.
I didn't
All
mess it
right.
up.
Enough talk, enough talk. Let's go shoot it.
All right, sounds good.
You carry the gun.
Proudly, proudly, proudly.
This is a really good looking rifle,
Right? She's
But we gotta-
pretty.
but only accurate rifles are interesting, right?
That is true.
All right, let's test it out. I like that it's got the foldable stock.
Oh, yeah.
just
It's a
try to-
nice little touch.
Do a little dry fire, just kind of look at it.
We got you some.
I told you the safety was
match.
on.
I like that wide trigger.
The wide trigger helps.
That's cool.
We're taking it back to old school. Wide trigger shoes.
Make wide triggers popular again.
Yes.
All right, let's give this a shot. We're gonna go know your limit.
Know your limits.
All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this brake does.
Dead center hit.
I don't like the brake.
You know it's working.
Oh, I know it's working.
It's
on my
moving.
teeth.
It's moving my hair. Oh.
Oh, did it just stand up?
It
How
did
the
just
heck
stay.
did that-
Oh, it fell. All right, here we go. Little guy.
Littlest guy.
Spun that around.
All right. I like it. It's smooth. The brake works.
And it shoots, obviously.
It
If
shoots.
there's one thing I know, that the Remington 700 was built for federal 168s.
It likes
match.
This sucker right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to tell him that.
I mean,
Should we make big boom?
Yep, big boom.
All right.
that's what everybody
Coyote.
always shot. Oh, and colors.
Wow. All right. Let's do another one.
Colors too.
The deer.
Oh, we need another mag.
More mag.
Cool
But that
thing
was the
is-
best shot yet.
I know, right?
Hey, box fed, quick mag change.
Yeah. That's kind of the way of the world now, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Colors, look at the colors.
We cannot keep a steel target on a stand.
It knocks them right off.
All right.
Smaller
Here we go.
targets. And
Dude, these targets are awesome.
the last one, is this the big one?
This is the big one.
Yeah, I can
This
tell.
one should have more colors, I believe.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
He is gonna love this gun. And you know what? The brake works. I can see my hits through the scope the whole time.
My teeth are hurting.
Yeah, I mean, even up here. But it's so cool, it's sexy, it shoots. Hey, it's a winner. Woo!
He's gonna love it.
Joel, Georgia submitted your gun for this season of Build Box. Take a look at your new gun.
I honestly had no idea what to expect of what Georgia was going to get us into today.
So what do you think?
It's 100%. This thing is amazing. It's amazing. This is absolutely perfect.
Hope you enjoy the gun. Thanks for being a part of Build Box. To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.